Hey YouTube, KB Coolers here, back playing some StormFront 1944, and today I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks that I found in my expanding interest into this game. I've been playing solely as a free player. I have not bought any gems for this, and in this video I'm going to kind of show you how to best utilize some of the resources that are given to you inside the game. And the first one's going to be your base setup is very important, but as you will see, those shadows of the planes that flew overhead, these are going to be some of your best ways to get resources. And as you can see, my resources are pretty much full, but each one of these planes that you see down here in the lower left are coming from on your map. They're from the city. The money comes from the cities that you've liberated, and the other ones, the other plane you see there, are coming from, and I will show you, your way stations. Okay, right now I have two of them open. You'll see one here, which is a level 23, and then you'll see one up here, which is a level 15. And I'll show you right now. We'll take a look at the level 15. We'll enter it out. It shows you the output of how much wood that they're sending you. But the big thing is how you defend these. Now, I kind of use this this tactic here where you back everything up as far back as you can into the trees. Make the attacker come to you. Space out your howitzers here so that they give the fire, because you need everything to overlap. And as you can see right here, they're overlapping each other. You have your watchtower, your level 2 behind your level 1. Let your level 1 take the fire first. The way that these way stations work is each time they're taken over and you take them back, you're giving another defensive defensive position or defensive object to be able to place where you want it to be. So just remember, for have these really work, you want people to take them over so that you can take them back. But just remember, if you're building one of these and somebody takes it over and they happen to leave your same, make sure you have a strategy that you can use to take these out, because you're going to need to take this back in order to get it. So this is level 15. Let's go take a look at one of the other ones that's changed hands a few times. So let's jump back to the map real quick, and I'll show you what and how my way station has evolved. And I think I've done a pretty decent job at setting up a good defense for these, because every time they're taken from me, the defense is, they haven't really modified the defense in any way. So that shows me that even though they were able to defeat the defense, which, isn't going to be too hard, they really left it pretty much the same. So it says that the defense was pretty good, that they didn't have to find. So as you can see here, the level 23, this has been taken back and forth. I think it's been about 4 times now. And you can see the same basic setup. Our base is moved to the very back, and we're defending it once again with our level 1 watchtower up front. You can see its area. That's going to be the first one, but I have it backed up by the 2 howitzers. One is a level 3, one's a level 1. I really should probably go through and move my level 2 up, so that gives my level 3 a little more time to fire, and I actually will probably do that. But you can see that this is the other watchtower. It is just outside the range here. So as they pull in and defeat this first watchtower, hopefully these 2 howitzers have taken some shots, as are the next level, and this one will be right in range to start firing on the troops that are firing here on the lumber mill. The idea is to use the lumber mill as just as a screen to hold up that advancing force just enough so that your watchtower and your cannons here can get some fire onto the upcoming. And I think actually what I'm going to do is, and we will do it real quick, I'm going to switch the cannons out. I like to move everything around just to give it a little more room. We're going to, like I said, we're going to move the level 3 back. We're going to move, I must not have moved that enough out of the way. That'll be out of the way enough. We're going to move the level 2 up. It's not so important that this is perfect, but you do want it to be close enough that you do overlap, and that looks okay. What we'll do next is we'll move this howitzer back. I want the howitzers, since these are only level 1s, I want to try and set them up so that they can have a little more fire. That might be a little too close. I don't want it to be able to I want to just cover the front of that, and that looks okay. And the level 3 we will put just off behind. We want it to cover, and then the level 4 we'll put out on this side. So we've adjusted our makeup just a bit. We want it to cover enough that they can't use the targets to slip around. But with the amount of fire that they're going to be taking here, they're going to have to kind of come straight up this line. There's not really going to be a whole lot of trying to loop around. They will get their bombs at the beginning, so you gotta. I always are aiming for the. I like to aim for the howitzers because they do a lot of troop damage, and I like to bring a lot of troops when I attack. But this here is just a real quick way of making sure that you secure your resources, because wood is super important. That is your resource that you're going to end up using to build all your buildings. I seem to be pretty stocked on it with holding both these, and really it's coming down more to a timer. And I did use my gems that I have accumulated. They do give you plenty of gems, so don't feel bad about using them. I go ahead and use them all the time. Once you get to the level where you need the oil, you collect them on the little barrels that are on the ground until you can build more stuff later. But as you can see, I'm pretty much maxed out on wood. I'm waiting for an update, and we do have a free one here, so let's open them up. I do, at this point right now, I'm using a lot of the armored vehicles, and that is only, I switched to that only because of my my mercenary ground, which is a lot of troops. So, it's not it's not too bad as far as I still have plenty of troops to back up. Sorry about the phone there. I was trying to keep that from ringing too loud in the video. Of course, somebody wants to call as soon as you start shooting video. Also, make sure that when you join your alliance, make sure you help out your alliance, and people will help you. That does speed up your timers. This does give us an upgrade, so let's go in and we'll take a look at if there's anything that we can use to upgrade here. All our towers can be upgraded, as well as most of our defensive positions, but I'm finding right now if we can start to upgrade some storage, our vault might be a good one to work on upgrading. It requires, you see the amount of wood, and it is a 3-hour upgrade. I have plenty of gems, I could finish it. That protects the amount. I'm not overly worried about what the protection. Let me see, maybe that is not totally full. Maybe that does have an upgrade. I'm just not seeing the arrow, and it looks like it. No, it doesn't. We can't quite upgrade that yet, but we can do our gold depot, and we will do so. That will drop a lot of our resources down, but that is not a big deal because we have plenty in reserve. Make sure that you stay up to date with collecting your resources, because they are the one thing you want to keep full, because when you have to replenish, and most of the problem now is the timers and speeding them up to get through, and you can increase. Just to give you a quick update, that was all I was going to talk about in this video. I will do some separate videos involving attacking strategies, which I will go over once I get a full amount of my troops back. But for this video, we will just continue where we're at. As you can see, I have opened up most of the areas that are available to me. I will go through, because you always want to open up everything that's possible, but I will do that in a separate video, so keep a lookout from that. I will be doing later in the week, I will also be doing a video for Game of Thrones. We had some action there, some things happen, some things fall apart, some new things come about, but I will talk about that, and it will just reinforce what my other video there was saying about the way that game is set up, as far as how you are allied with other banners. It can fall apart real fast, and I will show you exactly what happened there. But that will be it for today's video here. I hope you found it useful to you. Make sure that you secure those way stations, because they are going to be important for your resources. But just remember, as good as you set them up, you will have to fight them if somebody takes them back over. But the reward always is there is something, they add something else to your defenses every time. So it gets harder and harder for them to take it back over. And it really was kind of fun going back and forth a few times with my one-way station here. And I'm hoping that I will get the opportunity to advance my one up here farther as well. I thank you all for watching, and as always, have a good day.